This was inevitable. New York Yankee fans are calling for the Yankees to make a serious change to this team. And honestly, it's hard to deny them at this point, as Aaron Boone has an impossible decision to make. And we are going to break all of this down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. And look, if you guys are part of that 69%, nice, that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, it's actually not nice at all, because we're trying to make some excellent content for you, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. But let's jump into the video. We do have a lot to discuss. Well, guys, it's been a month, and New York Yankees closer, who they made a big trade for, including Nestor Cortez, on a Yankee team that's starting pitching has not been great. Devin Williams is struggling mightily, and struggling mightily is a light way to put this, as recently Devin Williams has just completely gone off the rails. He's got a negative .8 WAR for this season with an 11.25 ERA. Meanwhile, a whip of 2.375. So absolutely abysmal numbers out of the man who the New York Yankees acquired, who was one of the best closers in the MLB every single year he's been in the MLB up until this point. He's struggling mightily, and it's gotten to the point where fans have had enough, and they are now making a call for the New York Yankees to put Luke Weaver in as the closer. As we know, Weaver was the closer last year, and now we're seeing this again. And with Williams' struggles, Aaron Boone was asked about it, and he said, "We'll still talk through this. I haven't seen Devin yet. We'll try to do what's best for the team and Devin. Knowing that, let's get through this bump in the road and still expecting big things." On top of that, Boone said, "He's been one of the most dominant closers in the league. I know the results haven't been great yet. A lot of the stuff is still there. That profile of the changeup is still there. Obviously, hitters have had success against it. He hasn't gotten swing and miss, but he's been behind in the count a little bit as well. Once he starts flipping that and starts getting some count leverage, I expect him to go back to being the dominant closer that he's been." Now, guys, look, I have said this very rarely on Yankees Digest. I 100% agree with Aaron Boone. I know I'm in the minority here. I agree. I think that Devin Williams is going to bounce back. I don't think this is just who Devin Williams is. I think he got traded late, or not even. He didn't really get traded late at all, actually. He just showed up in what felt like late and with a weird attitude, considering the beard situation. Clearly that bothered him, and I understand that it would bother people as a bearded person, but at the same time, if you're a professional baseball player, that might be where you have to bite the bullet. It was a weird rule. I think personally, I think it's weird to tell people what to do with their own facial hair and stuff when you're their employer, but at the end of the day, if you're their employer, it's not really your choice whether you like it or not. And I wish it was different, and now it is different, but at the time, I was not a big fan of the beard rule. I'm happy it's gone, but at the same time, Devin Williams was the one who was really not thrilled about it, and now the fact that he's not performing well with a beard does cause some concern with the New York Yankees, absolutely. And Williams has been a man of few words throughout this time as he struggled. Basically, he said, nothing is working right now. So Devin Williams is really down on himself as time goes on. And Aaron Boone said, "I start with the baseline of he has all the equipment to be great at this. So that's a good place to start. This isn't a guy that's past his prime, anything like that. This is a guy that's in the middle and had a track record of not just success, but dominance. When you have that baseline, there's always a way out, and there's always a way to get there. So we'll continue to lean into that and try to help him unlock it. I feel like once he gets on a roll, he will." Again, I agree with Aaron Boone. I do think that we're going to see Devin Williams bounce back to a degree. But right now, it's hard to deny he has been awful. Like, as Underdog mentioned, Devin Williams has given up 10 earned runs in his last 10 appearances with the Yankees. That's more than he's allowed in his previous 61 appearances. On top of that, when Yankee fans were chanting, "We want Weaver," Devin Williams dejectedly answered, "Everyone has their opinions," and if he was asked if it bothers him, he said, "I don't have an opinion on it." So Devin Williams clearly just quite down on himself at the moment, and it comes back to people now are posting this quote of Aaron Judge saying, "If that little rule, meaning the beard rule, is going to stop you from coming here, then you probably shouldn't be here." Now, people are passing this around because Devin Williams is the guy associated with the beard rule more than anyone. And basically, Yankee fans have turned on Devin Williams because he has not been at all suitable for the New York Yankees. And I mean, look, they're not wrong to do so at this point. Devin Williams has struggled mightily, and where things stand right now, it's hard to really trust that he's playing his best baseball. And you look at Luke Weaver, and Luke Weaver is playing his best baseball. thus far, Luke Weaver has a .9 WAR with a 0.00 ERA in 11 games played. He has 2 saves, despite the many less attempts, and is half of what Williams is at right now. Has a whip of 0.615, which is disturbingly good. Luke Weaver has been awesome in the closing situation with the New York Yankees. This is not the first time that we've seen Luke Weaver be great in this role. Luke Weaver came in when the Yankees moved away from Clay Holmes last season, and Clay was great to start the year and then fell apart and is now pitching well for the New York Mets. But right now, where everything's at and where Luke Weaver's at, he came in and was great for the Yankees from day one. Yeah, he had his bumps in the road. He gave up a walk-off home run in the ALCS, a series the Yankees ended up winning. So you kind of forget about that one. But at the real baseline of it, Luke Weaver was phenomenal as the Yankees closer. However, Brian Cashman saw an opportunity to get an elite guy, a proven elite guy who has a very, very long track record of being elite in Devin Williams. I don't think Cashman was wrong for making the trade. In fact, I think he was correct to go out there and make this move. Again, you traded Nestor away, who had his struggles with the Yankees and was also solid at points. And really, that was the big part of the trade. So you look at it, it still made sense. You still do that trade 10 out of 10 times, even if Devin Williams never throws another pitch, never throws another strike, whatever, for the New York Yankees. You still look back and understand that, yes, hindsight's 2020, but at the time, this trade made perfect sense for the New York Yankees. We were all on board. Nobody was against this Devin Williams move. We thought we had a lockdown 8 and 9 between Weaver and Williams, and now what we're seeing is Luke Weaver do his thing and Devin Williams really not. We're only 10 games in, though. Devin Williams, or not 10 games in, but not many more than 10 games in. Devin Williams right now, we should just pull up the stats instead of me just saying days. Look, Devin Williams right now has appeared in 10 games, so I am right. It's 10 games in. But where things stand right now, he's not going to get a ton more options at closer for long. Eventually, the Yankees will change something. Weaver's playing too well, and Devin Williams is playing too poorly for this to go on for much longer. However, at the end of the day, we know the Yankees are going to be a bit abrasive to making this change. It's how they are, and they spent enough on him in a trade where they're going to want to see this through and try to figure it out before they demote Devin Williams, and I think they should. Look, Williams is a free agent at the end of the year. What if he really pulls it together and the Yankees can get him back? That's something they have to consider as well. It's not just about the fact that Williams has struggled thus far. It's about the fact that he is an upcoming free agent, and that if he starts to bounce back and the Yankees demote his role, then he's not going to re-sign with the Yankees. And it's better off that the Yankees are able to get Devin Williams back to being an elite closer and have an elite closer in Williams. At the end of the day, if that happens and you end up re-signing him, you can end up trading Weaver if you need to, or you could just go with Weaver and eventually move Williams or something like that. There's a bunch of different moves the Yankees can make right now, and we're way too early into this season for us to give up on a guy that before this was elite every step of the way. The man was the rookie of the year. He's had an unbelievable ERA throughout his time in the MLB. This is not the time to just fully turn on Devin Williams. If you ask me, I think he deserves more time with the Yankees to try to figure this thing out. Albeit, eventually, sooner rather than later at the same time, Luke Weaver should come in because of how well he's doing. But guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.